The tortoise had always been renowned in the animal kingdom for his wisdom. One time he decided that he should acquire all the wisdom in the world, for it disturbed him to know that he was not in control of all the wisdom. So, he made a tour of the animal kingdom to collect every bit of wisdom there was. He stored it all in a big calabash which he carried with him. At the end of his tour, Tortoise was convinced he had collected all the wisdom in the world. He hung the calabash by a rope around his neck so it rested on his chest. To keep the calabash out of the reach of all the other animals, he decided to store it atop the tallest tree in the kingdom. As he was going toward the tree, some other animals saw him and asked what he was carrying in the calabash and where he was going. He told them he was taking some palm wine to his workers on the farm. One of the animals was more curious than the rest and asked, "Why should you hang the calabash over your chest? Why don't you carry it on your head? You foolish animal, don't you know that you stunt yourself and also damage your brains by carrying loads on your head?" The tortoise replied. The other animal thought Tortoise was perfectly correct and concluded that Tortoise was indeed the most brilliant of animals because he did not carry loads on his head. Tortoise continued on his journey until he came to the tallest tree. He tried to climb up the tree with the calabash resting on his chest, but his efforts were futile. Nevertheless, Tortoise attempted the climb over and over again. The goat, who was commonly regarded as the stupidest of animals, came by and asked the tortoise what he was trying to do. "This calabash contains a very powerful charm which a native doctor prepared for me. He told me that I should lodge it on top of a tall tree," Tortoise replied. "If you hang the calabash over your back, I think you will be able to climb up," the goat said. Reluctantly, Tortoise swung the calabash over his back and started to climb up the tree with ease. But after he had gone just a few feet, he descended. He took the calabash off his neck and smashed it on the ground. If the stupid goat has as much wisdom as he has just exhibited, it follows that one can never gain control of all the wisdom in the world, he said in frustration. Tortoise retired to his home and never again dreamed of acquiring all the wisdom in the world.